Hi, I'm back. It's been longer than I intended since my last video, but we've had a rough time of it. It was half term and like the Monday of half term, so basically the first day where you really get to like enjoy not going to school, not doing the school run and stuff, and woke up to Eloise being sick, which then led to me getting a sickness bug, which when you're pregnant is particularly wonderful. And then excuse me, I've just eaten hummus. Very sorry about that. And then Nick got it. So far, Rufus hasn't got it. We're over a week since it happened. I'm kind of hoping that he's not going to get it, which is a miracle. But you know, he didn't really go near any of the sick or anything like that. So hopefully. And then on top of that, we've had really bad hay fever. Rufus and I both get it pretty bad. Eloise, I think, is getting it this year for the first time properly. She kind of showed signs of it last year, but I think this time it is starting to affect her. She's also going through a growth spurt, which is just a really delightful way of saying she's being a little bitch. And so she's challenging. It's been challenging. So that's kind of been the last 2 weeks, and I haven't really had any time to make videos or think about anything other than just surviving. And the great joy of being pregnant with hay fever is you're not allowed to take anything for it, you're not supposed to take anything for it, but it got to a point where I wasn't sleeping at all, because my symptoms for the most part get me at night time, because I get very, very itchy, but not itchy on the surface, itchy underneath, like right inside your ear, right inside the mouth, at like the back of my eye and things like that. And so there's not really any topical treatments you can use that really have any effect at all. So I ended up going to the doctors on Monday and just being like, I need to have something. And so he said, you know, they don't actually prescribe antihistamines on the NHS anymore. That's new. I didn't know that. But he said, go to the pharmacy, tell them you've spoken with the GP. You can take loratadine once a day, 10 milligrams. Try to only use it when you really feel like you're going to need it. So when you feel like it's been a bad hay fever day, like it is today. And then, yeah, hopefully you should at least get some sleep. Because, you know, to be growing a human being whilst raising 2 children is hard enough. But on top of that, to not actually get any sleep at all, or very little sleep, is killing me. So that's what I've done the last 2 nights, and I think it has helped. I'm pretty sure it has helped. I'm still not getting full night's sleeps, and I feel very on edge and a bit teary because of that, but I think it is helping. So hopefully by the end of the week I'll have caught up a little bit. We're going away at the weekend. We're going to Legoland just for one night, but you know, we'll leave early Saturday morning, come back sort of around dinner time on Sunday to kind of give the kids a really good chance to have a go on rides without having to worry about queues taking too long and things like that, because, you know, we've got time, we don't have to do it all in one day. So that was kind of the plan and the idea behind that. And to also make it a bit more exciting, it's quite exciting going away overnight. So that's kind of the plan for this coming weekend. But the reason I really wanted to make this video today was because yesterday I was in a newspaper. I don't even know if I was actually in the actual print copy, because I didn't buy a copy. But I was online, and presumably it's still online because these things never really disappear. But basically I am part of the Birth Trauma Awareness Forum on Facebook, and the incredible women that run the BTA get contacted by various news agencies and research panels and all sorts of organisations constantly asking for case studies, asking for women to come forward and tell their story in the hopes of greater understanding, greater awareness, and just generally getting the word out about birth trauma and the different things that can go into it. And the government have made this pledge that next year there'll be more money available for mental health care for women who are pregnant or have had a baby, which is great. I mean, I'm not don't really know how much I believe that will actually impact people, because I think, the way that money is managed in this country is not particularly great. But let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's say it works. And anyway, that's the pledge. And so the Sun, the newspaper The Sun, contacted the BTA and asked if anyone would want to come forward. Now, I have to be honest, I did and ah over putting my name forward for it, because the Sun, or certain elements of the Sun, have a dodgy past, and they don't necessarily have a great present either. There's obviously the Hillsborough disaster, which is still horrendous and still makes me sick to think about, everything that went down with that. But there have been other things too, and my politics certainly don't align with the Sun's politics. So it was a difficult decision for me. But then I thought about the fact that, the people who read The Sun are just as likely to suffer from some kind of mental health issue related to pregnancy or birth or motherhood as I am. And they should have the opportunity to read about what's available to them, read about the things that can happen, read that it's normal to not be perfectly fine after birth or even during pregnancy, and that there shouldn't be a stigma attached to it, and to know that there's help out there to get it, to help them if they want it, if they want to go get it. So, I had to it was one of those moments where you kind of have to go, right, I'm going to put my own beliefs and politics aside for the good of the fact that I think it's really important to raise awareness on these topics. And I don't think it really matters where it's coming from, because let's face it, The Guardian haven't called to write an article on it. The Telegraph haven't. The Independent hasn't. No other paper that I am aware of has come forward to write an article on this subject. But The Sun has, and The Sun has a large readership. So, you can't knock them for trying to do something good. And then I spoke to the woman who was writing the article, Lindsay Hope, who was very friendly, seemed very intelligent, seemed very interested, and I felt like I could trust her. I went and I read some of her previous work. She works in the health section mostly for The Sun, and everything seemed pretty good. So I thought, well, the worst is that my name is attached to a publication that I'm not 100% on board with, and the best is that it actually helps people. And when it comes down to it, that's what I care most about, is helping people. And so I decided to put my name forward, and it was actually a really positive experience. I was really pleasantly surprised by it all, and so I told my story to Lindsay Hope over the phone. She sent me a first draft, which I just read through and gave my approval on. The weirdest thing on the draft, though, was that I suddenly realised as I was reading it that I have never read my story. I have spoken about it. I have listened to myself speak about it. I have had other people tell me their version of the events of what happened, but I've never seen it written down. And that was really strange to see it written down, especially written down by someone who isn't me as well, and who was just sort of paraphrasing what the story that I told them, because of course, mine was just one piece in the article, was one contribution in an article which actually ended up being about 4 separate women and 4 separate things. So it was a very small piece. So the idea that they were going to be able to fit the entire story of mine and the context of it all into one thing, it wasn't going to happen. So it was very surreal to read and very emotional. But I am glad that I did it. And then after the first draft was approved, Eloise and I, because she got to be involved too, as much as she's aware that she's involved in things, she and I went up to London for the day, and we had to have our photos taken. And it felt really, it was quite funny, because I'm not someone who wears a lot of makeup, if any at all. Most of the time I don't wear any at all. The clothes I wear look more like pyjamas most of the time, because I just have to be comfortable. I have to be down on the ground with the kids, and it just makes no sense for me to try to look any particular way. So, I'm very used to myself looking pretty sort of rough and ready and, get up and go. So the clothes they dress me in, I mean, perfectly fine for anyone who likes wearing that kind of thing, but so incredibly not me. It felt really funny, and they put me in high heels, and I was like, I haven't worn high heels in like 5 years. I haven't worn high heels since my own wedding, I don't feel like, or certainly not this kind of high heel, like a very high, thin heel. So it was like, oh my god. But they put Eloise in a cute little outfit, a little like tutu skirt thing, which was really cute. And I got to meet 2 of the other women who contributed to the article. I didn't meet the 4th woman. I'm not sure why, but she wasn't there that day. But it was nice to meet the other women. We didn't talk about our things. We didn't talk about our experiences, our stories. I think, kind of in a way you don't really want to. You want to just enjoy the moment as it happens. So we just had a nice time, and the kids were great. The kids were really well behaved, and Eloise, literally, it was the Tuesday after the Monday where she was throwing up. She stopped throwing up at like 11:30 in the morning on Monday after throwing up 5 times in quite a quick succession. And then was just sort of out of it for the rest of Monday. And then I was like umming and ahhing as whether to go or not. Decided that we would try it on Tuesday with the idea that we could always leave early if things went south. But she really perked up and she did really well. But then because we didn't get to do our photos until the afternoon, by that point she was just exhausted and she was shy and it was really hot under the lights, and they worked hard, those people, to get her to smile and to sort of cooperate. So they did an amazing job, and they were so lovely to her. They were so lovely to me as well, but for me it's always how people treat my kids, and they were really lovely to her. So that was a great experience too. And then after that was done, we came home, and then I got the message on Monday, I think, saying that it would be going in the paper on Wednesday, and then had that confirmed on Tuesday. And so yeah, when I woke up yesterday morning, I went on the Sun website, which again I don't think I've ever done before, so I had to sort of navigate that and figure out where I was in that and where the article was. And it was a really good article. I really liked it. It's really well written. I mean, again, it's for a tabloid type newspaper, and it was not like a long editorial or anything like that. It was a relatively short piece, but I thought it was concise and sensitive and comprehensive of the different issues that people had, because like I said, it wasn't all just about birth trauma. It was about mental health when it relates to motherhood or parenthood. So there was postnatal depression, there was like anxiety, there was like obsessive compulsive disorder and anxieties around getting pregnant and potential miscarriages and things like that. So it was a very interesting article just from the diversity of the conditions that were discussed. So I'm really glad I was part of it. The picture of Eloise is gorgeous, but then that's not hard. Me, I barely recognise me. I look so different. I got so much makeup on my face, and the outfit again is just not anything that I would normally wear. So it was a bit sort of jarring, but yeah, I mean, it's still nice. Whatever. Anyway, the article was great, and I'm really pleased with it, and I'm really glad that that the article got written, really, and that a good number of people will have seen it. In fact, the TA in Rufus's class this morning said, "I saw your article." Someone had sent it to her. So that's quite cool. That definitely people saw it and definitely people read it. And then this morning I got an email from the Group B Strep Support organisation, I can't remember. But I've been sort of a supporter of theirs one way or another since Eloise was born, and sort of been on their mailing list. But then, after this article came out yesterday, they sent me an email this morning saying, great work, and glad that you're helping to create more awareness of it, which is great, and that's all I wanted, really. Not validation and the thanks, but just the fact that they see it as being a good opportunity to raise awareness, and that I've done it well, because that's what I wanted. I wanted to create awareness, and the fact that they feel that I did that is brilliant, because it sort of it just sort of it means that my reasoning for doing it was right. My reasoning for going in and telling my story and having my photo taken and all of that was the right thing to do. And yeah, it just made me feel really good. I'm going to email them back and see if there's any way I can get more involved campaigning. I'm not sure, but I want to. But yeah, that was great. That felt really good to get that from them. So there you have it. That was the last 2 weeks of my life, really. It's been hectic. I'm really, really, really looking forward to everybody feeling a bit better and feeling a little bit more on top of their lives. And I'm really hoping that Eloise starts feeling her normal self again, because I miss her. I miss my gorgeous, happy, chappy little girl. I don't know who this person is that she's currently portraying, but I want my old Eloise back. So hopefully she'll be feeling better soon. And yeah, oh, and Rufus got his glasses and he looks gorgeous. He's so cute. But I can't help but saying the Milky Bar Kid every time I see him, because he looks just like the Milky Bar Kid. Blonde hair, blue frame glasses. I mean, the kid is just so cute. So cute. Anyway, that's been it. I don't think there's any other news. Is there any news about the baby that's inside of me? She's been kicking a fair bit. Yeah, that's fun. I don't know if I told you that she's a girl. She's a girl. I found out she's a girl. We're having a girl. That's a way to break the news, isn't it? Anyway, I'll do another video on that. But yeah, she is kicking up a storm. She really, really feels that my ribs need massaging with her feet in the middle of the night, apparently. So that's fun too. Alright, that really is it now. I'm going. I've just seen I've got a message that I need to go and respond to, because it was my husband banging on about something. So I will see you all next time. Okay, bye.